What's going on, everybody? Welcome. It is a random stream. It's on a Sunday. I did one of these, I think, last week around this time. I don't expect a lot of people to pop in here live, but this was something that I had been contemplating with all week about what I should do here. I had some other creators kind of push me and say, you know what, you probably should come out. You probably should do this video. But, I'm not the kind of guy that's like, woe is me or I need help. Like it's just not me. It's just not who I am. It's not in my DNA. I'm a go-getter. I like to grind. I like obstacles. I like to prove people wrong. I've been doing that my whole life. It's just kind of how my brain is. And, like starting this channel at the end of 2020 was something that I did because being a lifelong collector, always wanting to be on a platform like YouTube, I just always found reasons not to do it. It was I'm too busy. I'm so busy with work, or I don't have the right equipment, or how would I set it up? Like that was always what going through my mind. Never the idea of I'm nervous in front of the camera or anything like that. So it was just kind of a fun thing, man. And I'm a very social person. My job is very social. I had a group of friends that I saw on a regular basis. But then when COVID hit and the pandemic hit, a lot of that stuff kind of changed. I wasn't going to work for 12 weeks. I wasn't around 50 to 100 people a day socializing, goofing around, like having fun, like high fiving, hanging out with my friends, doing things like this wasn't happening. And not only was it not happening, but I had a collection of stuff like this that I absolutely loved that I've been collecting for 20 plus years. And I was still getting things in the mail. And I'm like, you know what? Things are just so crazy. It's like, I don't even get to enjoy this collection anymore. And with a push from some other creators that were on YouTube, Dead Pit was a big one too, because I've been friends with Wes for a long time, and he was really trying to get Dead Pit back as well around that time. And we kind of talked about it. He's like, dude, listen, like, make a channel, man. Like, I'm gonna do Dead Pit again. We can keep each other accountable. This was kind of the mindset that went into this. And it was like, you know what, maybe I will go out there and maybe I will, just talk about some of my stuff, and maybe I'll meet some other cool, like-minded people in the process that enjoy the same things I do. And what really did it was the fact that I had all this equipment. I had bought all this equipment for work. I was doing a lot of virtual fitness stuff during my off time from the gym with clientele and keeping them going. And I was like, you know what? What's my excuse now? I have some extra time. I've got the equipment, let's do this. So that's what happened, man. And it was a fun time. And I was able to do stuff with Wes and the Dead Pit guys and Uncle Bill. And, then I met other people like Christian and Ken and all these other people, Justin, Mel, and things just really took off in the sense that it was like, hey, man, this is like my social life now. My other friends, I love them to death. They have other things going on. I have things going on. Life is busy, but when you can actually stay at your house and sit, no matter what time of the day it is, and interact with people, and nobody has to like meet us somewhere, or hey, we got to be home at this time, or I've got other things going on. Like this works. And all these people that have come out and supported me through this time, and you guys in the chat, and I see you in there. I see you in there right now. And I'm not going to ignore you guys, but I was able to meet a lot of cool people that liked what I was doing. And, I started seeing the channel like gaining momentum. And it was something that I really never expected. It was just going to be something on the side, a nice little hobby that I'm going to do on my off time. But all of a sudden, I started to notice that this started having a lot of legs. People liked talking about this. People enjoyed what I was doing. I was troubleshooting it, trying to make it better, trying to be more creative. I thought to myself, you know what? I was like 10 years behind a lot of these creators right now. Like, what can I do to stand out? The headband was one. Okay, that people talking, oh, the dude with the headband. Yeah, so I'm thinking outside the box. What can I do? Different shows that people weren't doing, specific lighting, or creating little factions, or doing t-shirts, or creating a brand basically is what I was looking to do. But in the process, one of my biggest things was I have a pretty, uh, you know, high, I'm not gonna say high end job, but I work with a lot of high end people that pay me, you know, good money, to work with them and all this stuff. So I wanted to make sure that my channel stayed professional to an extent. Like I wanted to make sure that anybody who watched this, if somebody found me that I work with outside of here, or a company that wants to sponsor the show or send me stuff or whatever, and they look at the product, or maybe somebody that I talked to about coming on the show, I want them to look at the product and say, all right, this guy's taking this serious. He's not goofing around. It's not half-assed. It's legit. Like that's what one of my goals was when I saw this thing starting to really take shape. And that was kind of my mindset, with it was just like, I'm taking it serious, guys. Like I want to give you guys good information. I want to keep it entertaining. I want to be like, make it must see. Like that was really my concept, was I wanted to do something different than what everybody was doing to an extent, right? Just different ideas, marketing things differently. And, things were just going really well. And the more stuff I was doing, the more creative I was getting. I have a very creative mindset. We talked about this before with the back in the days of pro wrestling. And this is where I can really use my creativity now to make something special, right? So anyway, long story short, Monday morning, I wake up to an email from YouTube. The email states, "Born to be Rad, your whole channel is now demonetized and you are no longer a partner with us at YouTube due to videos that go against our guidelines." Okay. That was the email I got. And listen, like I said, I did this to just hang out with people, to showcase a collection, to see more like-minded people, to interact. But then as I started to utilize the creativity and see opportunities that were coming my way, and saying, you know what, like, not only is this fun, but I can put extra work in. I was basically treating like this like a part-time job, scheduling things in my calendar, creating appointments, doing shows, being guest on other shows, coming up with concepts and ideas, having a timeline of how I was going to do things. Like these were all things that I was doing along with my full-time job, because I enjoyed this so much and I wanted to keep this professional, entertaining for you guys, and to make it different and maybe bring some different people on here. And, it was nice with the idea of that, like, I got a little bit of money for that. You guys show your support with super chats and donations and memberships. Like this was huge for me. I didn't do this for money. I'm not doing this for money, but it's the idea to me that you see how things can get bigger and better, and then there's opportunity. And that's the biggest thing, is I don't care if it's financial or whatever it is, but there's opportunity there. And the fact that I go out of my way to make this professional, hold myself accountable for things I may say, make sure I keep myself walking a fine line of things that I do and don't say, especially even when I'm on other shows or collaborating with other people. You guys know the G-rated superstar thing is something that I've created for these very reasons. And I'm now getting a letter saying that my channel does not fit the guidelines of YouTube. Now, what sucks about this in many different ways is not only is it deflating, it's deflating to me and the hard work I've put in and all the things that I have planned for this channel, and to think, wow, I've been going out of my way to say no to being on other people's streams that maybe just didn't fit the values that I fit, right? So someone says, hey, you want to come on my show? If I look at your stuff and I'm like, nah, don't really want to go on there. That's just not really me. That's not what I'm about. That's not what I want to talk about or I want to do. Like there's only so many hours in a day, and I'm very, very busy with life. And I want to make sure what I choose to do with my time is going to benefit not only myself, my creativity, you guys who are watching this thing. I go out of my way to try to keep myself, set to a specific set of standards. And this is what happens on Monday. Now, I was pissed. I was upset. I was sad. And I was confused because I really don't understand what happened. And I spent the first half of my Monday interacting with people at YouTube and trying to figure out what the heck happened. And the thing is that really bothers me is they don't know, and they do not have specific answers for me. I have never got a copyright strike. Okay. None of my videos have copyright claims. If they do, I make sure to delete whatever it is that might be a claim. and, cut it or whatever it may be. So the fact that I go from zero anything to you're gone, it boggles my mind, especially when I know that there's other people out here that are just doing their thing, not caring as much as I am about these little things and keeping to certain standards to give yourself more opportunity to feel different, to feel authentic. Like that's the part that bothers me. And I did not want to come out and do this video, but a lot of people told me I should, not only to let you guys know what's going on, because I've been very dormant this last week on my channel because I don't know what to do. I don't know if I just keep pumping out videos. I don't know what I'm going to do with this channel. Luckily, I do have the Radpack channel as well, which we did a show last night. We had another episode drop on Friday, and I have that as a backup. But, that's also a group channel. That's a podcast channel. That's with 2 other people, right? I don't know where to go from here, but one of the biggest reasons that they convinced me to do this video was not I want a woe is me from anybody, because whatever it may be, maybe I screwed up and did something, which we'll get into in a minute, but whatever it was not intentional. And I think that what made me do this video was I just want to warn everybody else out there, all these other content creators out there that, that are doing things, even if it's unintentional, something like this can happen and there's really no explanation for it. And YouTube cannot tell me which videos set it off. They can't tell me anything. They can't tell me. I even asked, did someone report me? Again, I've been asked to do streams before and I said, no, listen, like, it's just not really my thing. I'm going to pass. Now, maybe that upset some people. Maybe that person was like, well, you don't want to come on my show? Well, screw you. And, filed a claim against me. I don't know these things. And guess what? They couldn't tell me anything. So I don't know what happened. I have some ideas, maybe, but again, they're just ideas and it may be true or maybe not. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of them in a sense. Okay. So for instance, I was doing reels. Okay. Now, most of my reels that I was doing, or shorts, whatever, YouTube shorts, I would take like a movie clip that I found funny, and then I'd put like a snarky comment at the top, like, and then I would put the logo of the movie underneath, and I would post it. Now, maybe a studio saw that and didn't like that, because the guidelines on YouTube say you could be flagged if you just post movie clips without any context at all. But then under things that you can do, you can post YouTube clips with your own commentary, your own text, or a funny comment. So in one end, I feel like I was doing that, but at another end, maybe that's not what they wanted, right? So I don't know. I did on Sunday post a video, a short of like Mr. T, like 10 seconds of him singing the Mother's Day song, and I wrote Happy Mother's Day. Maybe that set it off. I don't know. But the fact that it wouldn't just be like, hey, this video's flagged, take it down, to just cancel me out, that's the part that bothers me. And maybe that was my mistake. Again, here's another thing too, reposting content. That was another thing that they explained in the guidelines. You cannot repost content. I explained to them, listen, I have similar content on my channel as I do on my podcast channel. I share the content there and there. Will that count as reused content? I do live streams with Dead Pit. We do simulcast. Both videos are on different channels. Does that count as reused content? And their answer back to me was, let's shed some light on this. The answer is maybe yes or maybe no. Please look at the guidelines to find out. It's like, what the heck? Like, maybe yes or maybe no. Like, so what I ended up doing was I started panicking this week and I started deleting anything that I thought maybe could have triggered this. I deleted all my shorts. I deleted videos that I did with Dead Pit on live streams that maybe something was said that wasn't appropriate. I deleted a lot of that. There was a couple videos that I did with Wes, like before I had a channel, that I had technically reposted. So me and Wes did some videos before I made my channel public. I took those old videos, I reposted them. This was not even recent. This was over like a year and a half ago. And I said, hey, this is a video I did with Wes 2 years ago, but great content. Check it out. So I deleted all those thinking, okay, well, that could be considered reused content perhaps. So I deleted those. So I started deleting a bunch of stuff because I did not want this to continue. So basically they said to me, you can reapply for monetization in 30 days. That's like June 14th. Now, my biggest concern is then what? So I deleted all this stuff that maybe didn't even need to be deleted. Okay. So maybe it did, maybe it didn't. But because I didn't know what the problem was, I started just going nuts and deleting stuff. Then, after talking to other creators um, that I'm really close with, they said maybe you shouldn't have did that because now what happened was all of a sudden my whole YouTube um, view count, right? So let's just say I'm gonna ballpark it. I don't follow my analytics too hard. Let's just say my channel was at 100,000 views. Let's just say, okay, obviously it's more than that. And then I just deleted 40,000 views off my account. I didn't put it unlisted, which I probably should have. I deleted it out of panic. So now my channel is at 60,000 views. I'm just giving you an example. So now it looks like my channel is doing worse than it was doing before, which means now when it comes to searching, it's harder to find me. I'm out of the algorithm. I backed up. Or maybe because I'm in this weird demonetization phase that my channel's in like a weird detention right now because I had a lot of momentum this month. My subs were moving fast. I thought for sure I'm going to be at 3,000 by the end of the month. That's the way it was going. I'm at like 2,857 or something right now. And I knew like I can probably get to 3,000 by the end of the month. Like things were moving. Videos were being watched. Now, since this all happened, I've gained 0 subs. The last couple videos, if you look like the Michael J. Fox ones, barely touched 200 views. I at least get usually around 500-ish. I've posted new shorts, which are different than what I was doing without movie clips and stuff. Barely hit 100 views. It's like my channel now has gone a year behind. And again, it could be because I deleted stuff. It could be because I'm in this like weird demonetization period. I don't know what it is, but it sucks. It's deflating to me. Now, I'm going to tell you this. What I do for work is a grind. What I do for work, you have to be creative. What I do for work, you have to work hard. You have to constantly be on the go. There is no rest time. There is no let me sit back. Like I have to be go, go, go. So to put the work back into this channel to like get myself back out there for views and all this other junk, that is not hard for me. I'm not scared of that. I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is what happens in June if I apply for monetization again and it fails. That's what scares me because then it's like, then what? Then what do I do? And again, it's not necessarily about the money for me, but it's nice to see that your hard work is paying off. It's nice to see growth. It's nice to see reward. And that drives me, okay, to do more, to do better, to be more creative, to come up with different concepts. So again, guys, I don't want to come on here and be like this right now, but it's obviously something that's been deflating for me all week. And it's something that it breaks my heart that I care so much. And I'm trying to make this different. I'm trying to set myself away from the pack. I'm trying to be innovative. And this is what happens. And, no matter what it is that set this off for them, that flagged this, was obviously unintentional. And the fact that you're going to take a channel that's up and coming, that works hard, that looks professional, that sounds professional, that keeps it professional, that's got momentum and just cut it out. That's what really makes me nervous because then it becomes what else could happen? My memberships are gone. Super chats are gone. It's tough, man. Like it's just annoying. And I want to come out and just tell all of you out there, especially content creators, like just be careful what you're doing because they're not going to give you answers. If something like this happens, it really isn't fair because again, I just deleted so much content because I didn't know that this was a thing. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. I really don't. And I don't know what that happens to me. in a month. If I get monetized again, it's all systems go. I'm gonna put out content hard. I'm gonna be more innovative. I'm gonna be, you know, I'm gonna put out that other room tour video. Like I'm gonna hustle and I'm going to get that momentum back that I had just about 2 weeks ago. And I had big goals for myself this year. I said 5,000 subs at the end of the year. I'm a little behind that, but this does not help at all. This is where I'm going backwards right now. And I don't know, guys. All I would say is subscribe to the Radpack channel. I might do more stuff on there. Um, I'm gonna try to keep this channel going for the month as far as content. I don't know. I have like rad company episodes with some really cool guests that I've been pushing off because it's like I don't know what I should do here. Um, but I just want to warn everybody and thank everybody for all your support. It helps. Another thing I could say is just really go through my stuff, like my videos, because I don't know if I'm being lost right now because the view count it's not where it should be, and I don't know if it's because of the situation I'm in with the loss of views or anything like that. So that's all I would be appreciative for you guys. All you need to do for me is to just share this, share my videos, hit likes, and again, it's just to keep me afloat for this month until I figure out what the heck is going on. So, guys, I don't know what to say at this point. I appreciate you guys coming on. I mean, for a for a Sunday afternoon, me coming on here at the last minute and just talking about something like this, and I have 71 people in here. Guys, please go subscribe to the Rad Pack channel on YouTube because again, I'm going to do more stuff there. And we did a show last night and there wasn't even 76 people in there. So all of you in here, I know for a fact you guys aren't on that channel. So please go check it out. The links are in my description. That's the best thing you can do for me right now. And like I said, share this just to keep awareness of what's going on in the community, of these demonetizations on these channels. And again, it was so left field for me that there's nothing that I can sit there and be like, that's what set it off. Hey, I said this and I shouldn't have said it. I don't know. I don't know, which means that nobody's safe in my opinion, because I really do go out of my way to keep things professional, and it still didn't work. So I will just skim through the chat really quick, guys. I see you talking. I just wanted to kind of get this off my chest because it wasn't a video I really felt comfortable doing. But when I knew that it needed to be said to help all of you and to give you an idea where I am, if you find that my channel isn't as like fluent with content for the rest of the month, it's because I'm going through this and I'm trying to figure out what the best avenue is here going forward. Like I said, right now my main focus is keeping my channel afloat as far as liking the videos so I'm not set back in this weird realm of like nobody's seeing anything I'm posting, and to spread awareness about something like this because I do know there's other content creators out here that are working their butts off to make good product, and to just know that it can be kind of shut down at any time is just really a bummer. So again, I will, and I see Sean said, exactly, they can't give me a specific reason. They give me like, here's the guidelines, here's what could have happened. Check all this, clean up your page to make sure that it doesn't fall into any of these don't do categories. And they're very vague. And that was the last thing I sent to them. I said, listen, I just want to know when I go back for monetization again, when I reapply, I just want to know that there's not stuff in here that will still get me flagged and I'll fail. So please, can you tell me exactly which videos are the ones that are setting it off? Because again, if it's the ones where me and Deadpit are simulcasting live stream because they're saying, well, that's the same video on two channels, then I don't see why that should be an option for StreamYard or anybody else to do that if that's against YouTube's policy. Because if that's the case, and I have to go back and delete every single simulcast thing that I did with Deadpit, I mean, that's thousands and thousands of views that is going to destroy my channel. But they can't give me that answer. So I just have to hope that whatever it was that triggered this, I've already deleted. So when I reapply, I pass with flying colors, and then it's all systems go. But I wanted to spread awareness. Again, a lot of people have told me don't delete a lot of people told me I shouldn't have deleted videos at all. I should have just left everything alone and reapplied again or did an appeal or something to see what happened. And people like maybe a bot saw something and whatnot. I don't know. You can't even talk to a person on YouTube. They're like, we don't do, phone talk. So I had to do this all through a chat. And they've been nice with emailing me back and forth. I'll give them that. But it's hard when you're not talking to a human on the phone to explain, what happened, what's going on, what your concerns are. I'm like, listen, I'm here to be a, a proud member of this partnership, and you're not even giving me that satisfaction of like telling me, hey, here's an issue, or hey, this video was flagged. No videos of mine were flagged ever. Nothing had a copyright strike ever. So I don't know what this is. And again, thank you guys for coming in here and hanging out with me. There's 80 people in here. Please hit this like button, share this around to tell other people the kind of stuff that's going on. Because if you watch my product and my content, you know that there's nothing on here that could be considered offensive or could be considered against guidelines or anything like that. I barely even post, when I do trailer reactions, which I barely do, I don't have the video showing or anything like that. So I don't know what the issue is, and they can't specifically tell me. If it was some of the shorts with the video clips, they're gone. They're gone just in case. But if those weren't the issue and I just deleted all that stuff, that sucks even more. So guys, if you're just popping in here, feel free to go back and listen from the beginning. All I say is just, again, share my stuff around, like the vids, try to keep me afloat for this next month. And by this time next month, I'll have a better idea of like where this channel's going. I don't want to have to start over, guys. I really don't think that's going to be a possibility for me. I may just stick to the Radpack stuff. I may just pop up on people's channels now and then just as a guest. But I don't think I can start this over again. It's just been a lot of work. It's taken a lot of time and focus. And, obviously I need that for other things in my life. But I don't know. I'm just gonna scroll through the chat really quick, answer any questions I can. If you're saying hi, I appreciate it, but I haven't even gone to you guys today. I just wanted to get this out there because I knew if I didn't do it now, I would say to myself, don't even do it. Don't be that person that wants help, or don't be that person that's like, woe is me. If this is just an obstacle, I'm gonna overcome it. It's fine. But if there's no end in sight, that's where I find the issue. So again, I'm seeing everybody in here. What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys for popping in. Let me see. Keep going. Yeah, people seem like they're confused on what's going on. I see Tim confused. Tim says the same thing. They did not give me a reason. They will not give me a reason. They're just giving me the guidelines and saying, make sure you follow this and you don't do this, but they're very vague. They're very vague guidelines where you're not sure what could happen or what they would flag and what they wouldn't. Like I said, I share stuff on my podcast page. That's the same videos I do here. Could that, be considered reused? And their answer to me was maybe yes or maybe no. That is not really a good support system for your creators, in my opinion. I could have appealed it, but the problem was I already started deleting things out of panic. And they said I couldn't appeal it right now because I had already deleted stuff. So they said the only thing I can do at this point is I can reapply for monetization on June 14th. So again, that was me jumping the gun, freaking out, and starting to delete things that I thought maybe could have caused this. Hey Blair, how are you? Actually, that's a good question, and that is a show I have planned. My History with Dead Pit. The boys are going to come on. We're going to talk about it. I want to see if my memory and their memory are the same. I highly doubt it. So that is a video that we have been talking about for June. So again, I want to get more of these videos out. I do have some cool guests that are going to be coming on too. I just been kind of pushing things back because I just not sure what I should do here going forward, just because my videos since this has happened have been getting like no traction. So to have a cool stuff like that come around, I don't know if I should wait. I don't know, but that's a video that's in the work. Again, if you guys just come in and check this out, please go back to the beginning when I sign off. Oh my God. But I always feel like I am the one who is always the positive one. Like, right, when other people are kind of feeling burnt out, or the people like, I feel uncreative. I'm always the one out there to be like, hey, like, you got this, like, this is what we can do. And here's what you can kind of like, this isn't me to feel like this. It's not me to feel like I've had a pit in my stomach all week long because of this. And knowing I had like, shows that I had to do. And then in my heart, I'm thinking to myself, like, I love doing this, but it's deflating to me. It hurts that, that this could happen, especially when I like try to make it a point. It's not even like I got a slap on the wrist for something. It was just like, boom, done. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And that's what's been the toughest part. And for me is just that all the hard work that I've done up until this point to get myself where I wanted to feel like my channel had a ton of momentum 2 weeks ago. I was seeing, subscriber counts moving every day. I was seeing people commenting on videos that I hadn't seen before. People saying, "Hey man, I really love your stuff. Like keep it up." Like that to me was going, and I haven't had any of that all week, and that's the part that really just, I don't know. Let me see what they said. Didn't they give someone a strike for showing us still? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't really follow a lot of that stuff. It's just really, really deflating. Um, Let me see. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I don't know. Um, I agree. I mean, that's how I feel, man. I do. I feel like it is. I'm gonna be fine in the sense of like I have the Rad Pack thing to work on, but I like this. I like building this brand of this rad brand and this umbrella and all this other stuff and the creativity of it. And to just see that there's no room for growth. It's like all of a sudden I've hit a ceiling on certain areas on YouTube. And that's what I don't want. Um, Thank you, man. See, that means a lot. And hopefully the community stands behind me through this next month and just share some stuff just to kind of keep me relevant, I guess the word is, until I figure out what's going to happen here. Um, Real Fry, I work in marketing. I've seen videos get false flagged. Yeah, but you know what? It doesn't make you feel good because even when I'm having conversations with them, it's not like they're being like, "Oh, it should be fine." It's not like that. It's kind of like, "Well, what'd you do?" And I'm like, "I don't know. That's why I'm contacting you." Um, let me see. Let me see. I heard Cinema Bob Jones say before you can show clips, you need to speak over them on YouTube and change. Yeah, I mean, again, if let's just say, sure, like you can speak over clips. Like I said, there's also something that says you can put text or make a funny meme out of it, right? So that's kind of what I was doing. And, then I thought, well, maybe it was still not passing through, because they said the more you can try to make it your own, um, the less it's going to ever get flagged. So then I was looking at it, I was like, maybe, I didn't tweak it enough and that's why I got rid of them. But what should have happened was maybe had something get flagged or maybe get a copyright claim or even a strike for that matter. Just so it kind of showed me, hey, we don't like this. And then I would stop doing it. But because none of that ever happened, I felt like this must be cool then. And again, maybe it was cool. And maybe there was just that one video that I might have did, or maybe that one movie clip that I did that rubbed someone the wrong way. Maybe it was a studio. Maybe it was a flag. Maybe there was a song in it that I didn't credit. I don't know. It could have been one, which then made it, flag it. I have no idea. But nothing that had come my way that would say, hey, enough of this. And then I would have just stopped. So it's just very much in the dark. And again, it could be that. I mean, I highly doubt it has to do with language or anything like that because I'm pretty good on here. Um, what's up, Mark? I think you will get it back in June, so they can't give you a reason. The trigger was probably pulled too soon. It's a YouTube bot probably did it. Yeah. And then again, I couldn't appeal it because the appeal failed technically because I had deleted a bunch of videos. So I don't know. It's just disheartening. uh, and I think it's just one of those things that it can happen. If it happened to me, I feel like it can happen to anybody. So just know that, okay? Just be mindful of that. If you don't care about stuff like that, if you don't care about monetization and you're just here to party and have fun with people, then go all out. But if you care to like build your thing to be something, financially or not, I think that it's important to really scale back and say, what am I doing? Is this a good idea? And just think about that because obviously this kind of thing can happen to anyone. And I think I might have just been wrong place at the wrong time kind of thing. Um, Holiday styles. I know other people told me this. I did add it to my descriptions in like where you can find me on other platforms. Um, again, it is what it is. Thank you, Mel. I appreciate that. I really do. And again, not to go off on any more tangents, but it's been a rough couple months here, just in general. Like my job moved, right? It was unexpected. So paychecks for me weren't like they were. I had to take a cut for a couple weeks, and then there was issues with the building, and then it took longer than expected. So there's been a lot of stuff this year that were out of my control. And I've got the mindset, control the controllables. I've always had that mindset. If I have control over something, I'm going to do what I can to make it right, to fix it, to make it successful, or whatever it may be. When all of a sudden something's out of my control, and that's what really fires me up because I'm like, oh my God, like I feel like a rat in a cage. Like I'm like trying to, take a left or a right and to make it right. And when you can't, you have no opportunity for that. It's just, again, this was just another like, all right, now I'm dealing with this, and with the stuff with work was kind of a similar way these last couple months. And it's been a lot of things. People that know me, that are close to me, know these things. You guys are just kind of getting pieces of it, but I try to stay positive, control the controllables is just what I'm about. And I know if this gets right in June, I'll be fine. If for whatever reason it doesn't, that's where I feel like it's going to be a problem for me. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you so much. Join the Radpack channel. Yeah, please do. Again, if worse comes to worse, I may start just doing solo stuff over there. I don't know. But regardless, the Radpack channel has some great content on it. The video last night was really good. The video we did on Friday was really good. We're even talking about having us, do more on that channel, even if it's just two of us or one of us or something, just to keep content flowing because we have such a fun time doing it. Let me see. I hear you, Rob. I hear you. Let me see. Real Fred, any video can be flagged for any reason. At my work, we had a video flagged for housing policy because the word house was said. Hey, man. Who knows? Who knows? That's it, man. I'm questioning. I'm disputing. I'm fighting. A lot of people have said, go on YouTube and post. I mean, go on Twitter and tag them and post something. And, I've seen people do that, and YouTube, will fix it right away just because they don't want the bad publicity. Problem is, guys, I don't go on Twitter. I have a Twitter, but I'm not active on it. So what? My Twitter might have 100 followers. What? I'm a small fish, guys. I'm not somebody that people care enough about to have it make a difference. I'm a very small fish. So, that to me sounds great and well and good, but I don't have a community following there. So Frank, will I be moving platforms? I don't know. I just don't know where to go, right? I don't know what's out there. Twitch is out there. I don't know enough about it. I mean, the Radpack is on Twitch. We simulcast our videos from YouTube and Twitch on there. I don't know what other options there is here. It's just, I'm just hoping this was just a mistake. That's the biggest thing. I don't have a partner manager. If that's something that I should have, I definitely maybe we consider at this point. Yeah, I'm not going to delete anymore. Pat Master, thank you so much. I'm going to still do the Vinegar Syndrome live stream. I'm still going to post, guys. I'm still going to post. So again, keep the notifications on because for some reason I have a feeling my videos are not getting pushed to people's, feed as much as they were before. So hit the notifications so hey, I'm going to still do videos, but I'm just trying to maneuver and think what videos would be good to do right now. I have some good stuff coming and I want to still do it. But like, for instance, the movie room tour part 2, like I have to wait. Like I'm not going to do that now. I'm gonna wait. If this thing gets back on, then I'm gonna do it right away to try to get myself some momentum again into the community, into the algorithm. Um, let me see. I know Texas. That's what people told me as well. And I'm not familiar with this kind of thing. I never thought I would be dealing with it. So I just did it out of panic because I'm like, I gotta make this right quick. Like this is not good. And I should have just made things private, figured it out, and then went. But the problem is they still couldn't tell me what it was. And they still haven't. And I've probably asked like 4 times already. Um Movie Junkie John, what's up? Yeah, speaking of that, you can find the Rad Pack on all audio podcast uh channels. Are they deleting the channel? No, they're not deleting it. But they're not helping at all. It's not being deleted, I wouldn't say. I don't know what happens when you fail remonetization. I don't know. I don't want to quit, obviously. But again, I have a very hectic life. And this is just something like that's why when I do stream, sometimes I do up all night because it's like that's the only time I have is that small window to do things. Like when you look at my calendar, it's like I'm scheduling to be on people's shows, to have people on my shows, to do collaborations. And I have to have it in a calendar to make sure that I don't schedule anything or I'm out of work in time or whatever it may be to make this, a thing. Hey Perry, yeah, that's what I was just talking about. um, Cornelius Collection, what's up, man? Basically, a shadow ban category. It sounds like, unfortunately, and that's the thing. That's what made me decide to do this video. That's the only reason that I decided let's do this. Is well, two reasons. I'll be a little selfish. Is to tell you guys to hit notifications, follow the Rad Pack on YouTube, and like my videos to try to keep my channel afloat. So these videos that I do for the next month just don't get buried. And because again, I put a lot of time into a lot of these and I just don't want them buried away and you guys never get to see them. And then people say, well, Garrett hasn't posted in a while. No, I'm posting, but for some reason I'm like not in anybody's algorithm, it seems like, anymore. And also the biggest reason was to let you guys know, like, this is a real thing. And if it can happen to me, it can happen to anybody. And just like this, boom, no warning, nothing. I woke up Monday. Did something on Sunday night, woke up Monday morning, and that was the email I woke up to. Thanks, buddy. Let me see. I've never had a strike ever. Never had. I've had a copyright claim a couple times that I've had to fix due to maybe to like a song or something like that that I used in the intro, something like that. I've had never a strike ever. Um, but yeah, I mean, it could have been, but like I said, it would have been nice for them to give me a claim, then I would delete it. Yeah, I thought about that because I'm like, if having similar content, like all the Rat Pack shows, they started on this channel, guys. And then as we started getting more popular and we started the audio podcast in January, we said, you know what? Let's make this brand a bigger thing. So let's make a new YouTube channel, which was it was honestly a bold move. It was obviously something that we knew wasn't going to be easy to start over on a channel, right? And we've seen that. We've got 3 people that have over like 2,000 subs apiece, and that Rad Pack channel is like at 500 subs. So it's taken people a long time to find it, to get over there, because we all share it. So people may click the video and watch us live and think to themselves, "Oh, I'm just watching it from on Garrett's channel because I shared it." But no, that's a different channel. So I think to myself too, we've been starting to port over some of the old Rad Pack episodes onto that channel and on the audio, where I'm like, maybe we should just put them on the audio now so we don't get flagged over there saying, no, you're reusing a content from a guy called Born to Be Rad. And it's like, I said to him, I said, dude, that they're both me. Like they're both me. That's me on both those things. And that's I don't think they care about that. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Um, I mean, here's the thing. Is it a hobby? Yes. Do I look at YouTube and think I'm going to do this as a full-time job? No. But in this world where everything around you is going up in price, everything around you is, you can't, in my line of work, it's like, okay, do I want to make more money to be able to still do this kind of stuff, be able to still afford this, be able to still pay my bills, be able to pay more money for gas, be able to pay the new taxes on my house. It's nice to have something else coming in to support it. So like for me, I look at this and I said, hey, if I can make enough money to support what I'm buying for this channel. So like, oh, hey, I made this much money this month. I'm going to buy that Chucky doll so then I can do a video on it. Like that to me is like what I'm looking at, not to make this a full-time job. Um, I don't even think it's just possible, to be honest with you, with how much money I would need to make this full-time. But at the same time, I take, no matter what I do, I take serious. It doesn't matter what it is. If I'm in charge of it, then I give it everything I have. I don't like to half-ass things. And you'll notice that if you watch my videos, I don't just throw something together and be like, lay back and just bullshit. Like I try to be engaging, energetic. I try to have a theme like that. No matter what it is, I take it serious. But I get what you're saying. But I'm also not looking to make this a career. I'm just looking at it like, hey, if I can get some kickbacks to continue with new content, like that's what it's about. I hope so, Jamie. I hope so. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Um, Thanks, dude. Hey, I appreciate that. If anybody's not subbed over here that are checking this out, please sub. Again, I would like to see this sub count move this week. It's not like me to not get any new subs in a week in 7 days, so it's really annoying. Yeah. Think about that. Think about that, Nick. You've got 2 copyrights and it was dumb. Imagine getting an email when you have no copyrights and them saying, "Hey, by the way, you're done." Like that, you feel my pain, right? Um, Let me see. What's up, Original Fuzz? How are you? Yeah, man. I appreciate that because I really do feel that I go out of my way to keep this brand a specific thing. Do I like to have fun? Sure. Do I like to be entertaining? Sure. But there's a fine line that I'm willing to cross for multiple reasons. But again, I appreciate that for sure. Very flawed. Cameron, thank you, man. I will for sure. I will. Let me see. We're gonna do it. We're gonna join channels. Maybe. I know me and Mel are gonna. We have some collabs we're gonna do. We're working on right now. So make sure you go sub to Mel over at My Killer Podcast. Um, Thank you, man. I mean, I was even talking to Ken at Mid Level Media, and he was like, "If worse comes to worse, just restart Born to Be Rad." And I'm like, "Restart?" And he's like, "We'll get you back to where you were." And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know to start over again. I mean, I could, I can get all these videos back, but and repost them, but it's gonna be a nightmare. It's gonna be a nightmare. And that's true too. So, everything I'm doing on TikTok and on Instagram, like nothing, it's like a free for all over there. So then all of a sudden you come over here and you're like, oh, I'm going to post the same video I did over there. And it's like, YouTube's like, nope, not going to happen. So that's where it's tricky too, because at the same time, you can actually post on TikTok and have it go right to YouTube as a short or as whatever. So it's like, but if they don't follow the same rules, then how should I be able to just post them in the same spots? It's weird. It's super weird. And I understand why, because of but who owns what. But that's what's tricky. Let me see. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you. I mean, even if you want to share this video just to create awareness to other creators out there of what's going on. And guys, I don't want to be on here long. I see everybody chiming in. Thank you so much again for your support. I appreciate that. And that's another reason it's like I wanted, I like to see that, you got my back no matter what decision I end up making, because it's been a fun freaking ride so far. And I love it. It's really to be able to communicate and talk about this stuff and create entertaining content and create, different concepts and the Radpack stuff and all this other stuff. Like it fires me up. Like it gets me, invigorated with like creativity. And I don't want to lose that, because I feel like that's where I can do it the best, is somewhere like this, because every other aspect of my life I can be creative, sure, but there's always that window because I'm not necessarily in charge of certain things. So this is like it's all me, right? So I can do what I think is going to work, what I think is entertaining, what I think you guys are going to enjoy, and just try to set myself away from the pack. So getting out the Rat Pack though. Thank you guys for checking this out. Hopefully in a month, this will just be an obstacle in the road that I was able to just overcome, and then it's smooth sailing. So all you guys can do for me on here, if you're watching it on the live and the replay, subscribe to the Radpack channel, because I may do more stuff on there, and plus it's a great channel as well. Hit your notifications and subscribe to this channel. Notifications to make sure you guys are seeing any new content I do, at least for this next month. Like the videos, share the videos, keep me kind of out there, because I just killed myself about 40,000 views over the last week of videos that I've deleted. So to get some things back from me acting stupid and deleting things prematurely would be a huge help. So again, thank you guys so much for your support. It truly means a lot. And everybody else out there, all you creators, just keep in mind that this can happen. And there's no real rhyme or reason for it. And I just wish YouTube did a better job at explaining what is going on and the why behind the reasoning on doing this. So this is Garrett at Born to Be Rad. Until next time, stay rad.